Guess what, friends? I broke it. Lasted less than a week this time. Out of nowhere, it just kind of decided to do that Yeetus Deletus mod on all the sticky bits inside that little clutchy system there. Gonna need to fix that, I suppose. Look at this little box. This came from the bomb can bastard, also known as Kevin over at Cobalt Cycles. He sent me a little messagey bit. He was like, I heard that you blew up your clutchinator. And I said, well, friend, how did you even know about that? And he said, you put it on TikTok. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot about that. He said, well, if it's gonna send you that's something that's going to do the sticky bits a little bit more gooder, if you will. And, well, that's what came in the mail right there. No, that just looks sharp, I'll tell you. That's got an industrialized feel to it, friends. I'm thinking we could beat that thing up in almost an expeditious fashion. The neat thing about this Rekluse unit right here is this is going to replaceify every single one of those internalized bits inside that clutchy bit. Now, friends, if that ain't the neatest looking little fidgety spinolator that you ain't ever seen. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is artwork is what we got going on here. This is... It's got a little piter on there. A little piter. With a unit like that, there's a fighting chance that when we're doing some Burnie Standers, we might not burn up the clutch every single time. Speaking of which, Burnie's is going to be on a t-shirt unit. So friends, now that we've got the who, what, where, and why all figured out on the old clutchinator here, let's just go ahead. We're going to pull all that off of there and then just kind of all that internalized there, all them new stuffs inside there, and then put it all back together, a little bit of juicy bits inside the hole there, and then we'll call it good. Hey, you lefty Lucy, that's that way, I think. There we go. Let's see what color this comes out as, you know. Yeah, that's goopy at best. I don't think that's a color you like, to be honest. Smells terrible. Kind of smells like if you were to take a small rodent and then stick it inside a microwave. Well, it's all real good and burnt, and then when you take it out, you just kind of cover it in a petroleum product. A little bit of fuzzies on the base there, so that's also, you know, a terrible sign. This might be bad, friends. Do yourself a favor here, friends. Don't just drop that into a puddle. Loosey lefty tighty on this unit. Just kind of give it a jiggle. It'll slide right off there. Oh, save that. You need that for later. Hey, stay there. This is one of them clutchy bit squishalators, and what this is going to do is it's just kind of going to live in this general area, squish that down, that way we can get that C-clippy bit out of there. Don't overdo it, friends. You'll blow the ears right off those deals there. And I broke more of these than I'd prefer to count, and I'll tell you what, that's before I even started showing us all this trash to you guys. Like, I'll tell you, I've grenaded. In fact, this one's broke. I'm going to show you. This is a brand new unit. I put that in there not so long ago. That's busted. Come on up and out. Yeah, it's coming. Look at that. Boy, that was almost painless. Doesn't often happen like that, friend. There it goes. We plugged up the works a scooch and pull on this. Hopefully not punch ourselves in the forehead, because I'll tell you, I still got the headache from yesterday. Why are you so tight? Turns out this is just a really tight bitch. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to keep yanking on it until something either happens or I get upset and take a nap. I'm on off there. There it goes. Okay. Now this particular side is going to have some magnetal holdifications going on there. And that's because that's where your magnety bits are inside of there. So just kind of be careful when you're giving it a yoink off of there. Go right to the cardboard with it. There it is. Get out of there. I said out. That is an excessive amount of heat is what we got going on there. Go ahead and glaze the shit out of those. They don't have any, like 3 months, friends. I had this clutch on for maybe 3 months. And that screaming chicken said that this is an upgrade kit. It's not. That one sucks just as much as the stock unit does. So, I'm gonna see if we can't. Yeah, swish. We're gonna apply just a little bit of peer pressure right in this general area right here and see if we can't get that to come out of there. You know, that's how they get you. Find out, internal hubby bit. What are you just going to be a big pussy all of a sudden? And it's broke again. This is my third one, friends. I'm very excited to throw this in the garbage. There's just shit just falling out of the sides. And that's just all got to be clutchy bit, I would assume. Oh, it's granulated, and not in the kind of the where it's just a fun gal you met at a party. No, it's the kind where you can't put everything back together because of the way that it's been brokified, and it's just. Listen, I'm just trying to tell you it's not good. Is all I'm trying to say. See those right there? Listen, that's not good. not just throwing that back in there like that. Leave a lot of dumb shit for future Nate, but this one, if I grenade that unit right there, then the motorcycle's just gonna be kabang. So we're not gonna do that. Good news, friends. We got a big new pile of clutchy bits here. Now, this is that torque drive from the Rekluse section. That's not actually their semi-automagical clutch there. That's the standard unit manual style. I know they make them semi-automatic units as well, but that's not what we're going with. That's that new drumified basket case that we just kind of scooched on that last set. You'll see on the insides there, they're just looking fancy. Also grabbed one of these primary chainifiers here, and the reason being is because the other one seemed that it was just kind of bouncing around inside that case a little bit. Felt a little gummy on the old flexi bits. I'll tell you, friends, I don't want to go back into that little containifier there. I'd like to be done with it. If I could just maybe do some wheelies and not have to argue about it, it'd be great. And lubify your clutchy boys here, friends. That just wants some lubricationals in there. Give it a good dump, and you want them to soak out, for a couple minutes at least, Overnight it'd be ideal, but I'll be frank, I forgot. Apply just a little bit of peer pressure to these two units right there. This male section right here needs to just kind of get parked inside that female area there, almost in a biological fashion. Okay, peer pressure, do your thing. Sliding down in there quite nicely, I'd say. Does the rotationals, and that can go on the scooter. Go down, there it goes. Yeah, clip. That's how you know, friends, when it does the oh my Lanta. That's just meant to be. Get that chainy bit on there and we can, that, I might have just shit my pants. That's fine. But it sounds like a problem for future Nate. Well, that's tighter than a teenage taco. Bad news, friends. Pay attention to your particular numericals when you're ordering all your thingamajigs, because this chain that I got, turns out that it's, that's for an 883. I got that 1200 unit. That 883 chain just happens to be one single link shorter than the 1200 unit. So that's pretty neat. Thanks for doing that. I certainly appreciate it. So, guess we're gonna save about $64 and not put this in, and we'll just stick with that old one that I thought I was gonna throw away, but turns out we're gonna use it. Sometimes, friends, you try to do it the right way, and it goes, you know what, I'd rather just kick you right in the nut. Do me a favor and just slide on there now. There we go. There it goes. Too bad we can't fit that smaller unit in there. It's fine. It'll be fine. There is so much clutch goop just all over everything. That side says out, so that means it's probably the outside of it, I'd say, likely. Tight. A little bit of lockable tension's always a good idea. Maybe makes it so that it won't, fall apart at an inconvenient time. Put 250 of them footable pounds on there, with that numerated Ooga Dooga stick. Get your little blocky bit in there, friends. That way it doesn't do the rotationals when you don't want it to. Need to give that a bit of a pull here. Oh, click! That's when you know it's good. This other side's only looking for about 80 of them, so don't get froggy with it. I want to go every other on those clutchified disculars here, so start with that one of them platey bits, and that's just going to slide right into that location there. And then you'll start digging these out and do every other on there, and that's come on together real nice. Injectulate these springy bits into there now. These want about 9 foot-pounds. That big Ooga Dooga stick isn't going to do that. I got this miniaturized version though, so that should get us pretty close. Those are snug adjacent. That'll be fine. Okay, line there now. Slide on. There it goes. Put some hardwares back in there maybe. That unit there and this little guy here, put that in there, and that kind of goes that way it seems. Now the chances of getting all this in there without spilling it everywhere, that's slim to none. But don't forget your drain plug, friends. Trust me, I've done that before. It'll take you about a whole quart before you realize it. Well, that's all back together. That was, painless adjacent. One more big thank you over to Kevin over at Cobalt Cycles for hooking me up with that Rekluse unit there. Seems to me there's just one more thing we gotta do.